Mum and Dad, let's sit down at the table and have a nice lunch. The technique was used to give Aiden real positive encouragement and focus on eating.
How many carrots have you had?
Don't mess around, please.
That's 5. That's a lot. That's awesome. You are doing fabulous.
You're doing extremely well. And you see that plate up there? It's going to get a nice star, isn't it? But then Aiden decided he didn't want to eat anymore, and it was really important that he finished the food on his plate to keep his blood sugar level at the right range. So I had his mum sit down with him and persevere.
Don't spit it out.
I'm not seeing you swallow. Aiden's recognised that when his mum and dad panic about him eating food, that really he has an enormous amount of power and control over them. So what I'm going to do is to bring in some dinner plates as a real incentive for Aiden to turn this around. We've got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. There are 6 sections to a plate because he's having those meals, snacks. And when he shows you how well he behaves and sitting down as well as eating the food that's been prepared for him, you'll place one of these stars into that section. Once Aiden had got a star in each section of his plate and all of those plates were full, he would then be rewarded by his parents.
Check this out. Come on in here. On each plate, there's 6 sections. Breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, and then your bedtime snack. And every time you do a good job, you get a star. Once you do that whole, every single plate, you get something special.
Aiden's reaction was very positive. I think that it gives him something to strive for. Do you think it would be fair if when he filled all the plates that we got to go to the train store and pick out a small train?
We didn't have to wait long to test the technique. All right, Mum and Dad, let's sit down at the table and have a nice lunch. The technique was used to give Aiden real positive encouragement and focus on eating.
How many carrots have you had?
Don't mess around, please.
That's 5. That's a lot. That's awesome. You are doing fabulous.
You're doing extremely well. And you see that plate up there? It's going to get a nice star, isn't it? But then Aiden decided he didn't want to eat anymore, and it was really important that he finished the food on his plate to keep his blood sugar level at the right range. So I had his mum sit down with him and persevere.
Don't spit it out.
I'm not seeing you swallow.
Swallow it.
Yeah, because he's just chewing it and not swallowing it. Aiden's move was a pure power play, and I didn't want Mum to panic but be in control of this, so I sent her into the kitchen to deal with the dishes.
I'll be back. Let me know when you're done chewing. I'll be back. I'm gonna throw a couple dishes in the dishwasher.
We must have sat there for about an hour, but at the end of the day, he did as he was told. He finished his food.
It's all gone, isn't it? Yay! He's never sat at the table that long, for over an hour chewing on food. Usually he would just, melt down, and he didn't. And that it is because he was striving towards something and he didn't have control.
You did extremely well. Extremely well. You got the hang of it, right? So you know what you need to do. Mum recognised when you're patient, when you follow through, and when you recognise that actually you're going to deal with this and you're not going to give him the power, things happen and you get the results. Keep building on that because you'll see the time shorten. All right, from an hour, you'll start to see that become quicker and quicker. You did very good. You just persevered with it.
Thank you.
A little star.
Green star.
Aiden does understand his diabetes a lot better than what he did. But at the end of the day, if his parents don't get discipline under control, then he's going to use his food as control. And let's face it, the stakes are too high when it comes to this boy's health. So I'm going to teach Mum and Dad a discipline technique, diabetes or no diabetes, for whenever any of these kids misbehave. The naughty spot. Step 1, a warning. The warning gives the kids a clear message by the tone and by your eye contact. The second, you will then take them to the naughty spot and you will explain why they're now in the naughty spot.
Having Joe list the steps in the naughty spot was genius, because even though we thought we knew how to do a timeout, we weren't doing it correctly.
The family and I went for a walk, and Mum and Dad got to see exactly the consequences that happen when you don't put discipline in place.
Car coming. You need to look both ways. No, you didn't. And no, you know how to do it. Same thing. Ah! No, you didn't. Look both ways. I'll look with you. Come on, look.
Aiden became very obstinate and defiant. He didn't want to listen to Mum.
If you don't stop messing around and don't want to follow the rules, then we'll go home and we'll sit in a timeout.
Are you giving him a choice? What are you doing there? Let him know. Stop giving him the control. Because this is where you got yourself into this pickle.
Right.
You gave him the control. Do as you're told.
You know what, Aiden? You're going in a timeout.
Mum can't give Aiden a choice because there's too much at stake. So when he decides that he doesn't want to, Mum's got to persevere.
You weren't listening. So we'll go take our time out. In 5 minutes, you can come out.
What's going to be important is that Mum follows through. So he realises that she's going to put her foot down and make those changes, and that he's not going to be able to have that control.
There you go. Remember your voice, okay, Tammy? Remember, firm voice.
Your timer went off. Time's up. You were in timeout because you didn't listen and you broke the rules, okay? Now give me a hug.
Want to look at the steps?
I need you to apologize. Because breaking the rules is not okay. Stand up. Can you apologize? You need to apologize.
Really?
Give me a hug. The way Aiden responded today does prove to me that you don't have to worry about your kids not loving you by disciplining them. It's okay to be stern. It's okay to be the mom. It's okay to be in control. So it was really nice.
All right, that was better. So the steps, key, okay? That's about you having ownership of it, okay?